No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Carl Jung.
When we look into our hearts and examine our choices, one question arises: what guides us? After much contemplation, we realize that two primary forces drive us: fear and desire. Desire linked to joy, fear to loss. We want things that are pleasant or useful and shy away from injuries, be they material or spiritual. A strong desire can push us to take risks that look like madness. Fear constructs our actions, numbing both intuition and thought. Which force has more power of us? The answers shape our action and lays the foundation for our tomorrows. Time caused many pains, and that pain receded into the past. I'm only bitter about being unable to admit my status to my mother. If she knew what I had to endure before I chose this way of life, she would probably forgive me, because only a mother can forgive the unforgivable and accept the unacceptable. And so, I no longer blame my mother, thoughtless world, to be the cause of any problem of my life. Once we're old enough to make decisions, we must own them. Only we can choose to be or not to be. Sometimes, someone bursts into a room where you are enjoying the silence, and with no time to object, you see something unusually bright, smiling and radiant, like the sun. Sometimes after a week of bad weather, a ray of light breaks in through your window in the morning. Sometimes your regular world is unexpectedly invited by the fervent emotions, and you are powerless to object to their unceremonious appearance in your life, only because you stand by the beating of your own heart.
Descending to the bottom of the underwater kingdom, they fell into the embrace of algae, corals, and jellyfish, which stretched tender tentacles toward them. The young man felt a lack of oxygen. His beautiful companion realized this and rushed to meet his lips. Her breath became his oxygen as they melded together into a kiss. It seemed that if they unlocked their lips, they would die at that very moment. The life-giving water seeped into their mouths. They greedily gulped the first ingredients of bliss, the oxygen of life, the adrenaline of passion, the moans of the soul, ushering in something mysterious and grandiose. But deferring the apotheosis that would quench his lustful thirst, the young man halted at the thought that he could see and breathe underwater, like an amphibian man. The lovers looked into each other's eyes and smiled without unlocking lips. They were in no rush to go anywhere, forgetting who they were now, the amphibian man and the mermaid. They found themselves somewhere by the equator. The water here was phenomenally warm. The motions of their lightweight bodies beneath the water were so smooth and graceful that they looked like they were waltzing on zero gravity. The amphibian man held the beauty in his arms, covering her body with burning kisses. She responded with reciprocal tenderness, bestowing magical caresses upon him. In Eros's ocean, she was Phryne, a fish in water. Lightly touching his body, she artfully tamed his impetuous heart. Like an epicure, she gave the young man a chance to get used to the unusual impact. She opened up to him like an innocent pink sea anemone, slowly letting his passion enter her and enveloping him with her tenderness. 3 days later, the lovers returned to the ocean's surface and, enervated, fell onto the sandy shore. The mermaid remained sprawled on the sand, which was still warm from the breath of the passion that had set them on fire and the tender warmth of love. In the evening, when twilight descended upon her, she came to, feeling cold and unbearably lonely. The beauty tried to get up, but couldn't, for her body was lifeless and still. She tried to turn into a fish again, but didn't have enough energy for that either. That's when the mermaid realized that she had lost a magnificent gift. She lay there all night long, between the sky and the earth, in an empty vacuum, with a distant detached stare into the bottom of the abyss, where feeble and helpless she dissolved into a last disease-like tenderness. Having given away a part of her soul to her lover, she felt that she had been emptied, as if life itself left her when he left. And now, only the stars' dull light illuminated the divine silhouette of her abandoned body, clutched by the embrace of pain and despair.